Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to a new episode of Out of the Park Baseball 19 with the Cleveland Keys, your World Series champion, Cleveland Keys. Your World Series champion Cleveland Keys that have the best record in the history of Major League Baseball after one season. Despite that, my reputation as poor? So, last season, we won the division by a ridiculous 36 games and had a fairly easy time in the World Series. Now, this does leave us with a bit of a quandary, which is that a lot of our players are actually eligible for arbitration, and there's no way we can keep this team together. Let's do the easy stuff first. Let's hire some new coaches. So we need a new pitching coach. And we're going to look at coach tendencies. We want someone with a really good reputation. Now, do you have more ground ballers or power pitchers? We have a couple of decent ground ballers. But we have 4 power pitchers, 2 of which are actually quite young. I guess one of which is quite young. So we're going to go ahead and hire Jimbo here to be our pitching coach. I would like to offer Kurt Razor, if he'd take it, the AAA pitching coach. And then we need to hire a hitting coach. Let's just pick someone who's really, really good. Ooh, let's focus on someone who can develop power. What? No interest in kicking your ass? That's a lie. I have lots of interest in kicking his ass. Sure, Carlos Longoria wants to be an overpaid AAA batting coach. I can't disagree with him. So now we get to the tricky part. Now, the owner really wants us to re-sign Joe Dietrich, which I'm perfectly happy to do because Joe Dietrich was not an embarrassment and shouldn't cost much to re-sign. So let's try that. He doesn't like the manager. Delightful. God damn it. Now, I'm going to take a bit of a risk, but I think it's a smart risk. I'm going to make qualifying offers to both Tholen and House with the expectation that neither one of them will take it. Nobody truly exceptional here, except for maybe Rich Sierra. Nah. Now, here's the real oomph part. We have 4 players that just want gobs of money in arbitration. Just the worst amount of money. And there's a real good chance he's going to be the MVP. Okay, so let's think for a moment. Is there anyone on this arbitration list we definitely don't want to bring back? Okay. Here's my problem with Tim Rank. It's not that he's not an amazing player, because he is a very, very good player. It's that he made 41 fucking errors at shortstop. If we look at the expanded fielding stats, he misses a lot of routine plays. That is just not a player that's worth $15 million. What's his popular? He is extremely popular. Dombrowski is quite good. But again, we can't afford to keep all of these players. Alright, we're going to try to lock up Ellingson for a couple of key reasons. Number one, he's a center fielder. And a fairly good one at that. And second, he's virtually a perfect leadoff guy. He's also less likely to fight me about salary, I suspect. No. Okay, so for $9 million, we can get him to sign. That's reasonable. Maybe not ideal, but reasonable. I am not paying Franklin Chavez $8 million a year. You can fuck right off for that. You were a DH, and not even an especially good one, because you hit 0 home runs all season. I'm just going to go ahead and non-tender Franklin Chavez. Alright, let's try to see what we can do about Pena. And I will be... Alright, I am back. And... Right. Getting Benito Pena back is not the issue. The issue is getting him to come back for a lengthy period of time. But not too lengthy. Would you take $15 million a year for 4 years? No. He just flat out rejected that. Fine. Ooh. Yeah, you're not going to let me spend more than the maximum liable contract. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to offer him a massive raise. And see if we can get the arbitrator to help us out and do us a solid. Because of all the players on the team, Pena's the only one who combines power, contact, and plate discipline, which is still getting better. And that's pretty damn good. And he won a Triple Crown in his first year in the league. Guzman. He's the leadoff hitter that we really want, so let's make him an offer. Can I give $15 million? No, he actually wants more money. All right. Oh, I offered the wrong person the $10 million. Yeah, you're going to get offered... I'm going to give you $7 million as an offer. All right, let's talk Jose Guzman, and let's offer him $10 million as well. Ellingson's been offered a deal... I am happy. Okay, Dombrowski is the other interesting concern. He's a 28-year-old pitcher that I'm pretty sure isn't going to offer me any kind of discount. Okay, he'll take $15 million, so let's go ahead and offer him that, just so that I don't have to deal with him. Let's get a 4-year deal with you, and we're going to increase it by $1 million each year. Because you're a pretty useful pitcher, and we'll find a spot for you, even if you don't end up signing with us. Garcia walks a little bit too often for me to consider him reliable. I'm going to go ahead, simply non-tender him. Hayashi I like a little bit better. And so I will give you a 3-year deal. Because you're going to be cheap. And I'm going to increase it by $200,000 each year. That's fine. Let's try to lock down some of the parts of this bullpen, which is also quite good. Raul Bonilla is not worth $4 million. He might be worth $2 million. Kopriva, I think his best role would be kind of an Andrew Miller type, where I basically pitch his arm off. His potential role is so valuable. That I'm going to try to buy him for a bit longer. He'd even be in the clutch a pretty fair starter. Okay, no, he doesn't want the shorter contract, a longer contract. I bet he would if I offered him more each year, but I'm willing to settle for this right now. I am going to miss Che's defense. But I'm not foolish enough to look at this record and say, he's totally going to hit .478 again next year. Slugging, because he's not. And players of his caliber aren't that rare. I think I'm ready to advance a bit farther now. Excellent. We got Ellingson and Dombrowski re-signed. And I think Ellingson was, what, like a 2 or 3 year deal? Oh, he's just a 1-year deal. Okay. There goes Harper. There's my new pitching coach. And I got a great glove. Nice. Was Elizares really that good? He was actually pretty damn solid. I had no idea. Huh. Let's go ahead and take everyone off the DL. Let's see, Platinum Stick, second base, third base, shortstop, left field, center field. We were pretty great. Eli Solis got Manager of the Year, which is great. How close do we get to Reliever of the Year? I'm curious. Wow, really? No one on my team got even one vote. Huh, I thought our bullpen was pretty good last year. I won the Triple Crown, so I doubt very much we're not going to get the MVP. Cy Young for Dombrowski. And then Pena, the Triple Crown winner, got MVP. This is a big day. Because how our offseason goes is going to depend a lot on how much money we get away from in arbitration. So let's see what happens. Well, that's not ideal. I didn't think Greg House would accept the offer. I'm not adverse to having him back, but I didn't think he'd take a pay cut. He's smarter than he looks. I kind of respect that. I lost every single arbitration case. Well, I can't say I'm hugely surprised. And I have no money for extensions, which is going to be fun. Can I maybe get some more money, please? All right, so there are some free agents hitting the market. And to be honest, I probably can't afford any of them. So I think we might just skip free agency altogether. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to see if we can find a cheap catcher. Oh, I have $95 million for extensions? What the shit? Okay. This could be big then. Under no circumstances can I let all of these players leave that might want to leave. It just can't happen. Okay. Guzman. What would it take to bring you back? A shit ton of money. I mean, to be honest, I like Pena better than I like Guzman. So let's maybe start with Pena. Oh, shit. Really? Why do you hate him so much? Okay. I know Dombrowski won the Cy Young Award, but I'm not convinced that he is a super elite pitcher. I'd like him to give me at least one more year. What would it take to get Ellingson to come back? Like regularly, right? How about a 4-year deal at $11 million per? No? Okay. What about that? No? Yeah, I'm not going to sign him long term. I think he just wants money too badly. I'm in an incredibly uncomfortable position because Pena wants no part of signing. And of all the people I'd like to sign, Pena would be number one. Isn't Solis' contract up this year? No, the assistant GM's is, but not his. And my hitting coach idea is back too. Okay. So this is an issue. This is a huge issue. I can get Guzman to come back. That's not the problem. And I'll probably never get this much money to spend again. Oh, shit. This is bad. Elazar's contract is massive. I really regret paying this much to Juarez, even if he is awesome. What the shit? Did I seriously sign Steve Clark to that giant a deal? I wouldn't have done that, would I? Okay, what the hell just happened here? Did I make a goof? No, I did not sign him to that huge a deal. Did the game just give him that contract, like, at the start? Yeah, it did. Okay. Well, that kind of sucked. Because Steve Clark is a really good hitter now, but he won't be forever. And, yeah. We've got $95 million to spend. And this seems a pretty good deal. So in 2026, he'll be, what? 31. Let's add some team options at the back end. That's fair. Because he'll probably opt out, right? Rank. No, you're another one that just doesn't like what's-his-face. I'm going to do something that's going to work for both of us, Dombrowski. I'm giving you 3 years. No, he wants a 6-year deal. $34 million. $27 million a year is a lot, even for a guy who just won the Cy Young. So let's hold off on him. Guzman should age well. He should age real well. Pena's going to be an interesting case. And I think that'll just about do it. One other thing we want to do right now is we want to see who might be ready to go up in the minors. Okay, let's start in AA. Carlson didn't really play that much. Can't make a decision on him. Randy Jackson was good, but he wasn't outstanding. But he was a plus hitter and a decent fielder. I'd like to give him at least a shot in AAA. Danny Macias, absolutely abysmal as a hitter. He's staying in single A. Jury's still out of Masaraco. Let's not waste him. Let's not rush him either. Okay. Denny Gonzalez was crap. Galvez, crap. Francona, maybe something there. Harry Kraft, I'd kind of like both of you to get a full year and see what you can manage. Juarez had an okay year, but not a great one. Now, when I play and control the minors, I tend to be a bit more conservative than the AI is. I tend not to rush players. Charlie Starr is 25. He should not be in rookie ball. I'm going to promote him to single A for a very important reason. Or to double A, because this is a sink or swim year. If he cannot handle it, he will depart the majors under my supervision. Okay. Now let's address free agency, which we still can't address. That's right. Let's go up to the winter meetings. Okay, fans basically cream their pants and bringing Guzman back. Wait until you see I can't re-sign Pena without firing the manager. I get a draft pick, and I wasn't going to keep Tholen anyway. Literally no one should be eligible for the Hall of Fame, so this should be easy. And the Rule 5 draft. I'm hoping we can get a reasonably interesting catcher here. But if there is an interesting player, he's probably not going to fall to me, but we'll see what happens. Who did I lose? I lost a bunch of mediocre players, damn. I'll probably get him back. 2 catchers, that's not great. Oh, 20 is the best we got. Oh dear. Yeah. Jake Lugo's a weird player. Yeah, there's a bunch of garbage here. There's nothing really that I'm curious about. Okay, we've got a DH, but I would like a new catcher. Because Dan Sullivan does not fill me with high expectations. The thing is, you don't get along well with Dietrich, or with Solis. You'd be an interesting pickup. You're not a great catcher, but you're not an awful one either. Definite possibility. I'm quickly scanning for good defensive catchers who can at least manage a bat every now and again. Let's offer Quellar a deal. Oh, you really don't like... Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm going to promote Baker to being manager. Or Blake to being manager, and here's why. So many people don't like Solis. It's gonna end badly. Okay. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. Now can I get Pena to talk? You don't like Blake either. Well, you're a prima donna. Can I get Dietrich back? Is the better question. Or Quellar. Oh, that's right, I have no money for free agents. Is Pena just like a dick? Is that why he doesn't get along with anyone? Let's look at the team chemistry, because I'm genuinely curious why he doesn't seem to get along well with any manager. Alright, fuck it. You know what we're going to do? We're going to fire the bench coach. He's going to be like, wow, you guys, you love me. Wait a minute, why are you firing me? Yep, that's how we roll in Cleveland. Guy wins the World Series, doesn't matter, he's gone. Who can get along with Pena? You could. You wouldn't. Oh god, everyone would hate Grumbach. Actually, all the hitters would like him. I mean, this is a really good deal for us. A lot of the pitchers won't like him as much. No one gets along with Flornos. What about Emmons? The pitchers won't like him, and he's not great developmentally. But Eric Glover. Another guy with a bad relationship with Pena. I mean, I'm really kind of digging Grumbach, except for the fact that every pitcher hates him. Brad Miller. I think we're going to take Miller. I think he's a good fit for the club, and he's young. And I'm just going to skip the Rule 5 draft. Because I got to keep Pena. If we're going to be productive, we got to keep the heart of the order together. Sure, we'll start a charity. Despite the team's recent woes, we just won the World Series. And we lost Joe Dietrich. That's a shame, but life happens. Okay, we got the manager. Now, this was for one person's benefit. Pena, are you willing to talk extension? You are. And you want a shit ton of money. We got to do the two-team option years. If I'm going to sign this big a deal with you. Do it. I really do feel like the Yankees. I'm basically throwing money around like it's going out of style. Oh, yeah. Now, the real benefit of Pena, besides the fact he's an amazing baseball player, let me draw your attention to this part of the contract. There's no opt-out. So we have a franchise player, a couple of them now, for years to come. Now, our biggest weakness is we have no catcher. We just don't have one. And, yeah. Oh, apparently Franklin Chavez was a dick. Good to know. I mean, he was kind of overrated. He was a DH that never hit for power a day in his life. I still have no money for free agents. This is a serious problem. In about no days. All right. Are there any players who want a minor league contract? I'm looking for players interested in $0. There we go. I'm just going to leave scouting and player development of what they are. Fan loyalty did take a bit of a hit. Oh, I could totally screw you over and be like, guess what? Now that you're signed, back. No, I'm not going to do that, though. As a bench coach, he seems far less objectionable. Hitting coach. Right now, I don't have any patient players, so it's up for debate about whether or not you're actually a worthwhile addition to the team. Now, there are two big concerns this year. Concern number one, can we repeat, obviously? But concern two is, do we actually have a team that can be competitive after all the departures? And the truth of the matter is, I don't know. I never did look at Trey Francona, did I? Yeah, I'm willing to promote him. He had a fairly good year. Didn't embarrass himself in the field. He can be promoted. I'm not promoting him from A-ball when he hasn't thrown a single pitch there. Let's be real, dudes. Okay. Now, we do need another catcher. Jimmy Smart, you're going to get a chance. Al Stokes will get a chance. Yeah. You can't play shortstop, so you're not much use to me. You only play third. You play third and badly. Do I genuinely not have a decent utility guy? I mean, Danny Macis is never going to be an amazing hitter, so it's like I'd be ruining him to call him up. Or at least give him a shot in the majors. I'm going to try to trade John Araniva, because I can probably get something fairly reasonable for him. And most importantly, he's blocked on this team. Getting a lot of interest. Good Lord, everyone. I really wish OOTP would make this sortable. Oh well. Okay, Andy Dirks. Oh, we remember him from the last series. Meh. Pedro Cruz is a nice little center fielder, but again, we have something very specific in mind. You know what? A pretty solid catcher right the hell now is actually a kind of a tasty prospect. Pun intended. You're damn right it's intended. You're not embarrassing at any position. I'm going to submit the offer because I think this would be a good pickup for us. Can I get you to throw in like a second round draft pick? No. What about a third rounder? Wow, we have some really shitty defensive shortstops in our league. Yeah, because Bliss is instantly going to go right to the spring training roster. And he could well make the roster. Oh. What is Omaha going to offer me? A pretty great utility player for a pitcher I don't have much use for. I really like this deal. This definitely fills a need for us. Would you throw in Jeffrey Ham? Would you throw on Ron Sakali? Oh, I literally can't do it unless you ate his salary. You would take that deal. And there we go. We get a whole host of arms and the middle infielder we desperately need. What was the other dude we just got? I definitely want him on the spring training roster. Here, per Olaf. Because look, I can tell that you might get better, but only because you wouldn't strike out as much. I just need a steady hand with the glove. Okay, J-Twig, I'm beginning to believe you are literally a twig. Because you keep breaking stuff, and that's not cool, guys. You're going to be healthy by opening day, so I don't really care. Well, we're finding people. Hey, Twig's stamina's getting better. That's what happens when you just don't pitch. Ever, for any reason. Alright, guys. Let's make some choices. Okay. Well, obvious choice number one. Josh Correll's kind of garbage. Ron Sakali might be good someday, not good now. Ryan Franklin is just kind of a waste. How many pitchers do I have? I need to get rid of one more. I mean, Franklin is clearly the worst of the pitchers, but I don't necessarily object. Yeah, I do actually object. Let's go ahead and designate him for assignment. Someone might grab him, and if they do, they do. I'm not super fussed. Okay, catcher-wise. Okay, Jimmy Smart is one obvious loser. What do we think? Sullivan and Bliss, maybe? Yeah, Sullivan and Bliss. Congratulations. You're going from A-ball to the majors because that's how bad the catching is in this league. J.J. Curry sucks at everything. That cannot be understated, and yet he's going to be a little bitch and be like, I don't want to get demoted. Yeah, well, I don't want you to suck, but no one asked what I wanted. I want Robinales to play in the majors for a very important reason. He sucks as a hitter, and he's not nearly as good at defense as Lindfors. Macias isn't too impressive either. I do like TJ Bill as a backup slash DH. I need to dispose of one more player. That sounds wrong. Bonilla wasn't bad last year. Bonilla's problem is he can't play center. Would literally anybody take his contract? Yeah. I'm not getting rid of him. Why can't you play a position? Yeah, I've got to send down Bill, actually. Lindfors, you get to make the Major League roster. Because I need to have a competent backup. Oh, wow, Lindfors actually plays center, too? How was he in the outfield? Never mind. I'm very much going to call up, keep Bill on the roster. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Really? How Carlson's picked up a little bit all of a sudden. We'll have to see how he turns out. And let's sim to opening day. It's the openingest day there is. Wow, he just wants you to play better than 500. I don't have anyone remotely near the top 100 prospects. I can safely say we probably have the worst farm system in the majors. No, I actually have 3 mediocre prospects. Haha, Seattle. You suck. Wow. Alexis Cruz is your #1 prospect. He was a scouting discovery. Damn. He is the definition of raw, though. Like, there might come a time where he's an ace, but that time is very far away. Is that Heine Zimmerman? It is. Leon Durham? He's definitely an old-time player. No one calls people dummy anymore. It's kind of a dick move, to be honest with you. Yeah. So, this is our pitching staff. There are many like it, but this one is ours. We have Earl Mosley, who's going to be our ace, then Dombrowski, then Phillips, then House, then Harper. This has the potential to be a real good bullpen. I like it. Lineups. You're not convinced whether you want Bliss or Sullivan. That's fair, I guess. Why are you making Elizares? Oh, actually, Elizares is a pretty damn good hitter. Yeah, our lineup is still scary good. And let's see how it pays off. Hey, look, every single person that we thought, yeah, they're all back. I had a feeling they might be. A 6-game homer streak. Nice. Ooh, 5 hits for Francona. Yeah, I am not bringing you back, Francona. Well, all the players that could be hitter of the month, and it's Ellingson, who was admittedly pretty damn awesome last year. I like that we're not getting like top prospects, but we're getting interesting ones, and that's a big thing that I would want from my scout. Let's play another month. Technically, that's no longer true because Vladimir Guerrero entered the Hall of Fame last year, and he also wore an Expos cap. Hal Carlson is having a pretty great year. So the best thing to do apparently was just tell them to stop playing poker. Interesting to know. Ooh, 15-14. Ugly. What do we got coming next? Jay Twig is a really great pitcher. Like, really tremendous. Who is currently the worst pitcher on the roster? Okay, what if we do this? What if I send down Gattuso and call up Twig? Would the AI do the smart thing, which is basically benching Phillips? Let's ask. You do make Twig the ace, which I guess makes sense, but Harper's actually not a bad starter. I really wish I understood the AI's obsession with starters that actually can't start. Because they can't go very many innings, but it's whatever. What are we looking at so far this year? Dombrowski, Mosley, great years. Monjardino, great year. Jay Phillips, decent year. Farrow's kind of trash. Lineups. Ellingson, Clark, Rank. Pena's kind of mediocre this year. Damn it, I shouldn't have given them so much money. Now they're complacent. I'm just kidding. I recognize very much that it's early on in the season. I mean, he might be a good contact hitter, but literally has no positions. So Twig is losing velocity. Not many players are trending in the right direction. Harper got a little better. Bliss got loads better. Juarez got a little worse. Actually, a fair bit worse. Curry got better a little bit. Clark is good. Pena's eye got better, but he's starting to lose some of his power already. There's some interesting good players on here. Mostly Pudge and Zach Greinke would be the top two that I can see here. Where did everyone else's draft picks go? Wait, did people just like trade draft picks? Oh no, they forfeited them by signing free agents, right? Okay. Okay. We really need a good catcher. I don't think anyone can dispute that. Especially since the positions that they're offering are just positions we just don't need help at. We could get Sean Green. Hal Smith is good defensively, but doesn't look like he's got much of a bat. He's not clearly better than Bliss. Gross could be special. We can't actually get him. Speer is decent, I guess. Sean Green is young. He probably wouldn't cost very much. Oh, Lou Fonseca, our man. He's a terrible position player, but damned if the fucker can't hit. Lou Drill's not good enough. I'm going to take a catcher with my supplemental pick, I think. Which begs the question, what do I take with my first round pick? Are there literally no... Oh, it's all pitchers. Oh, if I could afford him, I would happily take Matt Cain. I literally have no budget room, which means I can only offer people the slot. And we'll take Cherokee Fisher, I guess. Good stamina, good overall pitcher. Yeah, I could take him. Jordy Richardson would be a very nice addition to this team as a guy out of the bullpen. Let's grab him. Alright. Now let's try to find a high upside catcher. There's a lot to like with Glenn Bergman. And Montgomery's a one-trick pony. I'm going to take Borgman. I like his capability to become a very solid power hitter that still plays pretty good catcher. I think he would be a great fit for our club. Now, what else is available still? Oh, he can walk and sock, as the saying goes. And a bat like that could be useful, and he's going to be cheap. So we can afford to wait and see what happens. Phil Lewis is another solid bat that doesn't have a position. He's just kind of a nobody. Right now we're taking some fairly low risk. We're taking some fairly low ceiling players. Plus, because this draft is about developing quality depth. I mean, his power is really good, and he's a good third baseman. If the rest of his game comes around, that's pretty handy. Sam Khalifa? Nah. There have been worse. And I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to check out the pitchers, and we're going to try to find someone. Or here, actually, we'll look at all players, because you can always find, say, the shortstop who's actually a better pitcher. Let's go straight to stuff. No one wants Joe Patterson? Why? I'll take him. He's not going to cost anything. And we'll take Jim Maroney. And I think that's a good place to end this particular draft. So the way the game works is that anyone I want to, I can offer a slot contract to. But I can't offer above slot. Oh, hello. That's actually a pretty fair prospect. On to the prospects to watch you go, my friend. Every once in a while you get a really good discovery like this one. That's a good choice. I am quite pleased. Okay, right away. Cherokee Fisher's going to AAA, and he's just going to get seasoned, basically. Jordy Richardson might go straight to the majors. Farrow. Will you go down to the minors? No. Oh god, you're making so much money. Yeah, let's get rid of Zawadski and call up Richardson. You guys all go to prospects to watch. You are most especially a prospect to watch. You're basically, the next injury I have to a pitcher, you're taking the spot. Alright, this is a good time actually. We're about halfway through the season. It's a good time to reevaluate our rookies. Oh, Francona's hurt. Damn it. Oh well. Most of you guys are brand new. Alright, next thing we're going to do here really quickly, we're going to start gutting the rookie ball. Honestly, if you're over 25 and don't have a redeeming quality, yeah, you all gone. Then we'll go back to sorting by potential. Okay, Hal Carlson. As seasons go, he's giving us exactly what we want. I'm going to go ahead and say he can have a promotion to AAA. Wait, sorry, AA. I get so confused because it's the Avendian AAA, so it's actually quadruple A, god damn it. Carlson gets promoted. What about Mesoraco? He is kind of crushing A-ball. Like, he's super hardcore crushing it, where last year he was a bit meh. I think that's promotion worthy. Let's get Cooney a little more experience. Randy Jackson's not liking AA so much. Let's give him some time. And none of you guys have played enough. You're 23, so I'm going to let you start in A-ball. Same for Harrison. You're a little too old for rookie ball. Same for Arias. Okay. And this is the AI making recommendations about who should go up and who should come down. I mean, I'm not going to start you guys above rookie ball. I want you guys to get your feet wet before I start moving people around. At the end of the season, one of the things we might do, which would be beginning of next episode, is we might sit down and examine statistics and promote people based on that as well. Let's go to next month. Nice work, Raul. You haven't got an offer to extend your contract because you're stupidly expensive. I mean, if you want like $2 million, I'll re-sign you. $7 million is even too much. Nope. Oh, damn. Juarez had himself a little breakout game. Still a bit concerned with him, though. His offensive production is way, way off. Hopefully hopefully that'll pick up. Yeah, I'll spend $5 million if you'll let me. How about we try $5 million, not $50 million? Oh yeah, you literally won't let me sign anyone. That's fine. I didn't want to sign anyone. How are you just happy? Okay. I would like to remake a lot of this franchise in my own image. Okay, if your rating is average or higher, I'm going to renew your deal. Because that means you've got potential as a coach. Everyone else, I think, will replace. Oh, actually, you know what? We actually will re-sign Ryan. It looks like he gets along well with his peeps. Okay, Marshall, Walter, Juarez, and Dobbins. Neither of whom are that exceptional. Meh. What if I put you in Bakersfield? You'd be pretty good at developing people, especially hitters. We'll keep that for now. I'll re-sign Allman just because he kind of doesn't matter. He can be my understudy for a few more years. Colby does help out Guzman. And we did have the best offense. You know what? You can have an extension. Yeah, well, you're not going to get a 13th round pick. I really need to remember to turn off baseball cards. They just take too long to generate. I mean, we're the best team in the league again. We have a 13.5 lead again. We're not as good as we were last year, but we're still pretty damn good. You guys aren't allowed to end his streak. That's not cricket. Let's see. Dombrowski again gets an all-star appearance, as does Phillips. Monjardino. Steve Clark. Tim Rank. Jose Guzman. Larry Ellingson. No Pena. I can't say I'm a big fan of No Pena. But maybe he'll sort things out. I don't know. We're going to go to League Settings, Players and Face Gen, Disable Baseball Cards. And we're going to disable pictures, actually, because we don't really look at them much. I don't anyway. Lazarez won Player of the Week. That's lovely to hear. I'm really concerned about Pena and Juarez, both of whom got gigantic contracts, and both of whom just kind of suck. Pena in particular, for a guy whose selling point was his ability to make contact, is very frustrating. I mean, he's going from a Triple Crown candidate to an afterthought. Lazarez is having a really nice year. He's one of the few players I can look at and I can confidently say, yes, he's actually better this year than he was last year. Ellingson is actually about the same. So let's hear it for consistency. Dombrowski is still leading the team in pitching WAR. Just Mosley can't buy an All-Star appearance. Oh no, he got the All-Star game this year too. Awesome. I think we may have made some errors on how much money we've paying certain players. God damn it, Pena. You're not allowed to get a lot worse after I just paid all that money to you. All right. Let's take a quick peek and see what kinds of players might be deserving of a promotion. We always start with Double M. I mean, Hal Carlson's really kind of kicking ass in Double A too. As is Massaraco. We're Randy Jackson's about the same. Juarez is quite a bit worse. If I were to pick one player to get promoted, it would probably be Masarako. Or Carlson. There's no need to rush any of these guys. Let's give them another year. A bit more time. Yeah, Francona's going gangbusters on single A. He gets promoted. Cooney has earned a promotion. Patterson definitely has. Charlie Starr's murdering baseball, so he can be promoted. And everyone else I kind of don't care about. These kids are seriously crushing baseballs. But ideally, I'd like to see them... I want to see how they are at the end of the year. Let's let them develop a little bit more there, and, yeah. You've gotten a good bit of production out of both our catchers, to be honest with you. I mean, let's not undersell this. This is still a very good year. It's just maybe not, you know, legendary like last year was. And my players, yeah, Ellingson's actually leading the league in WAR. Greg House is out. Oh, don't tell me Cherokee Fisher just won on the DL. You little bitch. Fuck it, I'm gonna give Carlson a shot. He's so much better than anything I've got in AAA. I'm willing to give him at least a cup of coffee here in the majors. It's going to be very important to make sure that people are well rested, so I'm going to go ahead and bring up some pictures. I do want Macias to try to develop a little bit more of a bat, so I'm not going to rush him up. Nah, not yet. Anyway. Okay. That seems reasonable. You know what, Igor? You have been an excellent pitcher. It would be an honor and a privilege to bring you back. That's a bit more than I'd like to spend on a reliever, but you've been pretty consistently strong. Let's sim to the end of the regular season. I love the fact that we're still leading the league in runs, despite the fact that last year's MVP is kind of having a shit season. Just because the rest of the team is just so bloody good. It's crazy, right? So crazy. Yeah, my 7th place hitter, the shortstop, would still lead many, many teams in baseballness. And I have to admit, our pitching staff's actually quite good, especially our closer. And we've got Kopriva back. So we only won 113 games, you guys. Only 113 games. We're a bunch of losers, I know. Yeah, Ellingson is going to be stupidly expensive. Losing Farrow and House will be easy. That's $25 million off the payroll right there. Would you give me 3 years at $13 million? All right. Look, I want to make sure that you're locked up. How does that sound? No. Nah. Let's just go to... What are you making this year? 9 million? 14 million. That's a pretty nice raise. You can have it. You've earned it. Dombrowski. I mean, he's a really good pitcher. Like, really good. But I will have other options. You know, let's take a look at the team. We're at the end of the year. Ellingson had a phenomenal year. Guzman was really, really good. Not quite as good as last year, but very, very good. Clark has to be about the same, right? A little worse. Elizarez, a little better. Pena all but vanished. And yet was still, like, a solid player. But this is disconcerting that he would be this bad this year. Juarez, too. And it's just, they just, like, he had almost the same number of hits. He just didn't hit as often. And there's not much I can do to fix that except accept the fact that not everyone's going to be amazing every year. Pitching-wise, really good efforts from the top of the rotation. No one really dragged things down too badly. But Dombrowski, my man. I recognize 2 back-to-back years you've given me strong years. And I appreciate your service. Let's talk after the actual season. Let's talk maybe next episode. Ooh, Jay Phillips won the ERA title. Nice. And let's play until next playoff round. Who gets to meet the Keys in the first round? Memphis, eh? We weren't nearly as otherworldly this year, particularly when it comes to our offense. I think that has to be acknowledged. Anyone in particular we might want to mess with on the roster? You're off the roster. What about Cherokee Fish? He's out for 3 to 4 weeks. Where's Danny Patterson? Or Joe Patterson. Why'd I call him Danny? I don't know. Let's call him up. I think he'd be a useful piece to the pitching puzzle. Try saying that 5 times fast. That seems reasonable. And Mosley gets it done. Nice. Good game by Dombrowski. And we sweep. Well done, Jose Guzman. How good was your season, actually? Pretty strong. Is that the Ricky Gutierrez, or is it a Ricky Gutierrez? No, this is merely a Ricky Gutierrez. It's not the Ricky Gutierrez. I don't see real life stats on here, so I don't think it's the same guy. Maybe it is. I don't know. That went about as well as can be expected. Looks like we'll be facing the Caribou and the League Championship Series. Oh, yeah. That was kind of a butt whooping. We just both were just like slamming baseballs back and forth. Dombrowski. Ooh, a defeat. Another one. Our offense is kind of choking a little bit in this series. There we go, 9-1. That's what I like to see. Oh, damn. We're 1 game away from elimination. Comes down to Game 7. Can Jay Phillips get it done? No. And so an exciting 7-game League Championship Series, but we are eliminated. It's a shame. Yeah, what happened here? Got off to a fast start. Oh, it was the 6th inning. That's the problem with Jay Phillips, is that he can't go very long. And then Kopriva just wasn't there, which is, again, not good. Well, that's it, folks. A somewhat ignominious end to an otherwise exceptional season. But you know, I mean, we did literally just win the World Series last year. And we still had another phenomenal season. This is the perfect score. How was I not an OOTP god last year? I don't know. I do not know. But I've got an excellent reputation now, so that's something. You really want me to sign Dombrowski to an extension? Maybe. But that'll be a decision for next episode. Ooh, active roster is now 26 players. Nice. J Twig did the smart thing. I wouldn't bet too heavily on him, but maybe someone else will. And we'll have some coaches to hire. But for now, that'll be it for this episode. I mean, this was still an amazing season. And if we fell short, we fell short. But we still won 113 games. We still made it to Game 7 of the League Championship Series before, you know. And this was with two of our best players just not having it this season. Next season, I think, will tell the tale. Whether players like Pena and Juarez are actually not as good as they seem, or if they had a bit of a down year. The good news is that no one seemed to be playing above their level. Everyone seemed to be playing at or below their level, which means there's no reason to not suspect another excellent season next year. But that'll be for next episode. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't